I met Mason, and one of the things that really drew me to her was her intellect and her worldliness. I think that, of all the people I interviewed, she was perhaps the most well-informed as to what was going on, what had happened to her and what was going on in China. Sometimes what happens with the Uyghur refugees is that a lot of them, they know what's going on. I mean, they understand, the authoritarianism. They understand China. But Mason was really incredible because she had such a deep literary knowledge of the world. She read, poetry and books dating back to ancient Persia. She read Islamic and Arab poetry dating to the 9th and 10th century. But then she also had this deep knowledge of modern authors. She read George Orwell. She even read 1984. She read Jane Austen. I mean, she had such a major just a worldview across cultures that was so fascinating to hear, because what that meant is that she could, in her mind, she could dig through literature and dig through history and see where the situation in Xinjiang fit into the human story, the bigger human history. Like, is this something that we've seen before, or is this something brand new? Is this something that authors, it's say like George Orwell, like have they actually written about this, or is it actually something different from George Orwell? And so I wanted to spend many hours with her, interviewing her, getting to know her, because she was able to tell her story, to go back into her memories and to process them in ways that just were just simply, just terrifying. I mean, it was just, I can't even, it's so hard to put in words just how much suffering and how much pain had been put onto her soul. And yet she was able to figure it out, to process it, and to understand it. And just the things that she had been through. I mean, it really did sound like this dystopian novel. As a reader, as a deep reader, she had been targeted by the AI systems because she was reading too many books. She was studying overseas. She was doing a master's degree in Turkey in the social sciences. She very much wanted to become a diplomat. She also came from an elite family in China. Some Uyghurs were elites. It's not only the Han Chinese. And, she came from a family that was trusted by the Communist Party and that had a bright future. They were quite prosperous and wealthy by the standards of Xinjiang. And so, the thing that was so shocking and unusual is that despite her being trusted and coming from an elite family, the system turned on her too. The system decided that she was not to be trusted because she reads too much and because she travels too much and because she speaks too many languages. This type of person under the Chinese party is a major threat to their power because they can think for themselves and they don't need to turn to authority. So the system decided for her that it was going to cleanse her of that intellectual warmth, all the brightness that she had inside her. The bureaucracy, the AI, the technology, it decided that that was not a good thing and it had to be removed. It was like one of those viruses that they talk about. And so she was taken to a concentration camp. She was put under psychological torture, physical torture. She was brainwashed.